Hey, what's up, you guys? Mark here, and today I just want to go over two EV plays. Specifically, these are charging station companies or just charging port companies for EV plays. I've had these for quite some time now, but I don't think I've actually gone over them. So I do want to go over two of them that I have here for you. One is Plug Power, and one is Blink Charging. So I just want to go over some price action, but before I do, I need to let you know that I am not a financial advisor. Everything I say is strictly my opinion, not facts. All I'm doing is sharing with you what I'm doing with my account. If you do gain value in a video, please give it a like. If you're interested in the stocks I go over, the video only goes over two in this one, but I do have quite a few that I go over all the time. Consider subscribing to gain insight on other plays and stay up to date on new content. Feel free to join my Facebook group page where I share information almost daily. If you want to stay connected, check out my other social media platforms in the description below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this. Right in front of us here, we've got Plug Power. Plug I've had for quite some time now. We'll go over the numbers in a second, but what I want to show you what's going on with this chart here. As usual, if you're new to the channel, I always start by sharing what these lines are. So the white line is our line of support. The red line here is our line of resistance. This is the channel in between the line of support and resistance. Here is the yellow line, which I like to call the yellow brick road, but basically it's our bullish line. If it ever hits this line, we do sell 20% of our holdings. So what we got going on here, this is a stretch, but we may have we do have a triangle possibly forming here. This would be a descending triangle, and I just kind of showed you the direction that it could move here. Let's see here. So currently we're sitting at about, I think this closed at $28.96, right under $29 today. This is Plug Power. And this triangle, basically, this is a descending triangle. You can see because this is a downward trend line right now, and you can see we have two trend lines here, basically the top half and the bottom half here, and we can see that this ends or this should end way down here if it were to follow this, because it is following this pattern right here. It should end down here. This dashed line is our horizontal line of support, our long-term horizontal line of support, and if it does end down here, we're in some trouble, because this will be below our price. I have our prices on the side here, but we'll go over that in a sec. But I think since we're going to stay in this channel or in this triangle, what I do see or predict happening here is that this the price point at least will bounce if we stay in this trend line here, this wedge. This might go down tomorrow, actually. We may see this go down just so it stays in this in the wedge, but it'll bounce right back up when we hit around 23.46, and then it could follow either one of these two lines that we have here. So if we go from here and go down, then we'll follow this line up to where our triangle is. There's three different patterns that we have here. We've got this descending triangle, we've got this wedge, we've got our line of support, we've got our line of resistance. There's just a lot going on with Plug Power right now, so it's a lot to go over, but let's just say that this triangle is in play. Then what we could expect to see is for it to continue down either this yellow line or this yellow line. More than likely, I think it's going to go down. That's why I made this line. So we'll go down here. We'll bounce off at 23.69, possibly bounce up at 34, bounce back down here at 23, bounce back up at 29.50, down, up. Basically, that's this pattern here if you follow it. Or if we break out of this wedge, which if we move this line, wrong line, let's put that back. If we move this line, well, we'll just put that there for now. If this was still here, this technically is a breakout where we would have broke out of this wedge. You can see that it just stayed steadily going down this line for quite some time, and we finally did break out. So this could be a sign that it broke out of this wedge, but it could be a fake breakout. If you look here, if we were to move this line this way, this was a breakout and it came right back down. So this could be a fake out, but who knows? So right now, what I'm seeing here is if we play this triangle, then this is the line to follow. But if this is a legitimate breakout, we could see this climb up, quick rise up to 37, and then make its way back down just to stay in this triangle if this triangle is in place. So I do like to, one of the main things I like to follow are triangles and channels. Channels more are what I follow more often, but I do like to try and make these triangles play either ascending or descending. Now, the tricky part is here, when we get towards the end of the triangle here, you're either going to see some upward or downward momentum on this, right? If we break out, let's say, and it doesn't always break out at the very end of the triangle. Sometimes it breaks out before. If we see some upward momentum here, this will be on June 15th. Okay, so kind of a short term. What is it today? It's April 28th, 27th. So June 15th is not that far away. It's about a month and a half. So I would say this is a short-term play. But these are the price points that I have. So my price points are set on June 25th, but the breakouts could happen on June 15th, where if it follows this line where it goes down first, we could break out on June 15th and see our way up or see our way down. Now, if we do go down on this day, we could test this this low here of about $7.27, somewhere down here. I don't think we will. I think that's unlikely, but it's always a possibility. So let's go over the price points that we have. If it does hit our long-term horizontal line of support, 1085 is where I definitely am going to pick some more up. Our price right now on Plug Power is $14.17. We positioned up. We were at like $7 actually when we initially bought into Plug Power, but with the buying and selling and the higher prices, we've now averaged down to $14.17. We are priced very, very healthily, I would say, on Plug Power. Now, if we stay in this channel, which this is our long-term channel, which I think this will stay in for quite some time, you can see that it broke out of this channel, the red line and the white line, and stayed up here. This is from January and came back down in March. So for 3 months, we broke out of this channel. And we were kind of just on this parabolic run. We kind of made this head and shoulders pattern, and then quickly came down. Right, you see this is the shoulder, the head, and then the shoulder came back down, and now we're back in the channel. Our long-term channel came back home. So with the price points here, again, line of support, if it's on there, 24.15, we'll pick up some more. In the middle here, depending on what happens with the pattern, 32.20, we're either going to buy, sell, or hold, and then 39.78 is the line of resistance point here, which usually we sell 20%. I'm pretty sure I will sell 20% unless there's some kind of pattern showing that it's going to break out. Then we will hold. But if it does hit our yellow brick road here, our bullish line at $48, we're definitely going to sell at least 20% of what we've got. All right, so, and the 52-week high is 75.49. Let's just zoom in on this, or zoom in, zoom out. 75.49 is the high. We hit that on January 26th. But a lot going on with Plug Power right now. I think it's very possible this is the low. I think this is our bottom. Again, we could test this long-term line of support, but this line of ascending line of support that we have should be the bottom. We're almost there. Again, it could hit as low as about $21, $22 around that range. But we should bounce right back up, and I'd be very comfortable picking some more up at the $24 range, and that's on June 25th here. So for now, we may follow one of these two lines that I've got, whether if it stays in this wedge, then we'll go down. If this is a legitimate breakout, then we should go up, should see some upward momentum. But regardless, we may stay in this triangle that we have here, or the channel. There's a lot of different things going on here, okay? So a little sloppy on that one, but that's just what I can see here for Plug Power. Okay, next, let's go over Blink Charging. Blink Charging, this is another stock that we've had for quite some time where we're positioned pretty well, but what I want to show you guys here, this is our long-term channel that we were in, okay? There's two channels right now, and Blink is currently in channel 2. I didn't label this properly, channel 2. So channel 1 is our long-term channel. Just picture this, if this line here, here, watch, I'll show you guys real quick. If that was a line and this was red, see that this was channel 1 before. This is the channel that we were in, and I labeled it here from June to November. 5 months we were in this channel, and it just so happens November to April, where it is now, is also 5 months where it's back in this channel. So it's just a coincidence, but it would be kind of cool to see something happen where this breaks out, or this could come crashing down and back into our original channel here, our long-term channel. So let's switch these back. Okay, all right, so we're currently in the mid to long-term channel here. Depending on whether you're a day trader or a long-term investor, mid to long-term could mean a million things to you. So let me explain to you what I mean. For a long-term channel, for me, this is anything that's a year or longer. Mid to long-term is, for me, midterm is 3 to 9 months, and then long term would be 9 months on. That's for when I'm in my long term investing mode. But when I'm day trading, totally different meaning. So for day trading, midterm is few weeks, maybe 2 to 3, 4 weeks. 4 weeks would actually be on the longer side. Or short term would be like a day, between a day and a week and a half. And then long term for a day trader is like a month. That's forever. So for this, I'm talking long term as an investor, where this long term channel is pretty much a permanent uptrend channel that we've got for it. Okay. So anyways, let's get back to it. We do have a triangle in play here. This would be another descending triangle. We got a parabolic rise up, and then we've hit this bottom here, and we're hitting the top, and looks like we're gonna hit the top again, and then probably hit the bottom. So I put some price points out also on June 25th for this, but there are some short-term plays that you could make here. You know, $28, $28 to $29 range, you could buy. And then actually that's where we have it here. So yeah, this line actually lines up with the bottom of this triangle. So I think I already planned ahead for that. So anyways, let's look at these price points that I got. Okay, so if we hit the long-term ascending line of support, $17, we'll definitely pick some up. We're priced very well on here at $770, since currently it's priced at around $37. So we're in a very healthy position right now. We've got about 1,000 shares of Blink charging, I want to say. So we're doing really well with Blink. Anyways, $28.95 is the line of support. So we'll pick some up there, and then depending on where this is in the middle here, we'll see if we're going to buy, sell, or hold at around $37. And then if we hit $44, this is the top of our line of resistance, then we'll go ahead and step down. Sell 20%. But if there's some kind of pattern that's showing up here and it looks like we're breaking out, then we'll definitely just hold. But if we do hit 54.52, we're going to sell 20% of our shares at least. And 52-week high is 64.50 for Blink charging. So if we do get to this range, I think we'll be in a good spot to sell. Can't be too greedy. We did break out here from the line of resistance for, let's see, this is December, and it came crashing back down in February. So for about 2 months, we did break out and came back down. So again, you just got to have patience when you're up here and you sell. Just have patience, literally, because it'll come back down. If you play these channels really well and you know what you're doing, it'll come back down. You just got to have patience, and that's how I play these all the time, and we've been doing very well. So yeah, that's where we're at with this. So Blink charging and Plug Power, two EV plays that we were invested in at a young age, or for quite some time, to where we positioned ourselves pretty well. And I think these two companies have a long ways to go. I mean, the EV world is just now starting. We've got a long way to go. 2035, California is going to be fully EV, and you can see a lot of the car companies, the auto companies now already transforming their future towards EV. So with EV, we need charging stations. So these companies, it's pretty solid companies, I think, that are going to be essential for our future with the EV cars. So anyways, that's all I've got. If you guys found this useful, hopefully you guys like and subscribe, and let's make those gains. Thank you guys. Peace out.